Like, how could you not love your people when you know and truly have an understanding of the magnitude of what they achieved?
Yeah.
So you gotta.
Could we discuss the spirit, just the whole concept of the spirit, in how we can develop that with one another? Because I think we on here, we have that, and I think a lot of people in the chat have that. But how do we have that when so many of us don't? We do have someone coming up. So if y'all can answer that quickly for me, I'll bring up our guest.
Well, I was just gonna say it was easy for me to fall in love with my people when I began to learn about our history. Digging into the history, learning about Malcolm and the Panthers and Marcus Garvey and the list goes on and on and on. Harriet Tubman, Fannie Lou Hamer. You know, how could you not? The Panthers going door to door, doing sickle cell screening, when we didn't even know that we was the primary people who get sickle cell in America due to adaptation against malaria when we was on the continent. Like, that's admirable. Like, doing for self when everybody wanted us to be independent, that's admirable. That's amazing. That's respectable. Being so badass that the American government has to levy everything it has, all its power, against a bunch of 20-year-old Negroes from Oakland and who proliferated their stuff across the country. Like, how could you not love your people when you know and truly have an understanding of the magnitude of what they achieved?
Yeah.
So you got to start there. And if you can communicate that to a young person who's been told that they don't have no culture, that they're less than, well, then I bet you then the love will start to grow.
Yeah, that's so true. I know one of my students, when I was working in the school, she they partnered me with her because I guess she had like behavioral issues. And basically I told her a little bit, like not even a whole lot, a little bit about Assata Shakur. And she went on Wikipedia and looked it up, and she was like, "Oh, they was busting at the cops. Oh, that's crazy." And then she started reading more and more and more. And it's just interesting to me because to her, it's like every little piece of information she found about her, about Assata Shakur, it just activated something in her. You know, you could see her lighting up. You could see her come into consciousness. And I think like what you said, you really hit it on the head. If you really come into contact with the victories and the achievements of our ancestors, then it's very easy to fall in love with your own people. But outside of that, if you think that we're just the losers of history, and you think we're just enslaved, then you don't, and that's why you might not be proud of your own heritage, right? I mean, normally people start to become ashamed of their own heritage after they've been defeated in warfare or they've been defeated in some other way. So the thing is, victories would make you proud, defeat would make you ashamed. So I really do believe that pride is really couched in understanding your own ancestors' achievements and your own ancestors' victories. Yeah, absolutely. I think you hit it on the head. You said it perfectly.
And I think sometimes we forget about how we came to it, like even understanding how we came to this consciousness and the learning that we came through and what we felt when we came to that. Like, that's very powerful. And sometimes we forget it because we're all up here now. And so understanding our journey as well.